Hello Flosstube friends. I'm Rose Red Crafts, and today I'm going to go through all my whips. If you're new to cross stitching, WIP stands for work in progress. I wanted to start this video with a little about myself for my newcomers, as well as a reintroduction for everyone else. So my name's Angelica and I'm 41, and I live in the Bay Area of California with my husband and boys, ages 22, 18, and 4. I've only been cross-stitching for 3 years. I was inspired by watching Rachel Ray Crafts and Mislaid Pages to not only start cross-stitching, but also to make my own channel for show and tell. I also talk about diamond painting and video games. I'm a PlayStation gamer. As of today, I have 28 whips to share, and they've all been touched at least once this year. I like both full coverage and partial coverage. My style, I lean towards fantasy and fandom artwork. I rarely purchase fancy fabric or floss. Instead, I typically buy yards of 18 count off Amazon and then dye them myself. And I also bought 2 giant bags of unlabeled floss off Amazon as well. And so for the most part, I pull from stash for that for most of my whips. Except when it comes to full coverage, I do purchase my floss off 123 Stitch. I think that's all the bullet points. I'm going to go over my whips in order of when I first started working on them. So my oldest to my newest whips. So first up is Aurora Cabin. This is a Dimensions Gold kit that I got for Christmas from my family for when I was still new to cross stitch. So this is 16 count, and I started it in April of 2022. Next up is Supernatural by the Witchy Stitcher. This is on 18 count, 2/2, and I started this in June of 2022. So next up is Sampler 208 by 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. This is where I am for that. It is going to be a very large project, and I am taking my time on it. I'm hoping to finish at least the first box next year. So this is 18 count, and I'm doing it 2/1, and I started this March of 2023. Next up is Fish and Chips. This is from Long Dog Samplers. Here's my progress. It is on 18 count. I'm doing this 1/1. 1/1, and I started this in March of 2023. Next is Alice in Wonderland from Al Forrest Embroidery. Here's my progress. This is on 18 count. I'm doing this 1/1. And I started this, when did I start this? March also? Yes, also March 2023. That was the month that I stopped being a mostly monogamous stitcher to starting everything, starting all the whips. Next up, we have Pokemon Gen 1, the extended. This is from Lord Libidin. It's a free pattern from Lord Libidin. So here's where I'm at. This is, so I originally started this in December of 2021, and then I ended up scrapping it and starting over. So this is the restart. So I restarted it in May of 2023. Next is Cthulhu Awakens, which was a free chart from a blog. What was the blog? World in Stitches. Here's my progress. Cthulhu, 18 count, 2/1, and I started this one in October of 2023. Okay. Next is Halloween Movie Cell from Atomic Tiki Pins. This is also 18 count, 2/1, also started in October of 2023. All right, now everything else is all from this year. So these are all 2024 new starts. So first up is a stamped kit that was originally, it was my my whip of the year. This is what I wanted to have done before the year was over, but plans changed. So this is Stained Glass Dragon, and I didn't get very far, but I would like to finish this. So this is because it's stamped, it's 11 count with 3 strands. Next is No Time Like the Present, which is Modern Folk Embroideries 2024 Sal. Here's my progress. I'm doing this on 18 count, 1/1, and I also started this one in January of 2024. Next up is still in the hoop. It's the only one that's in the hoop. I'm not taking it out because it's the only whip of these that I will be continuing through through the end of the year. So this is Merry Mushroom 2, which is a crop of Amy Stewart's Merry Mushroom Village Picnic from Heaven and Earth Designs. This is the crop for the HAED Sal for 2024. So here's where I'm at. So everything outside of the hoop is already done. So I'm just working in the hoop. And I still have over 9,000 stitches left as of today. Yeah, I'm just trying to push through and to see if I could get this done before the deadline at the end of December. So oh, and I started that in January. So next up is going to be Well Suited, This is by Ink Circles. And okay. This is where I'm at. Well Suited is on 18 count, 2/1, with mostly called for colors. And I started this in March. I just realized that I got these two whips confused because this one technically started before Well Suited. Not technically, I started this one before Well Suited. So, so next up is Lost Soul, which is from Selena Fennick. Previously on HAED, this is the HAED version. The Story Keep HAED version. If you're interested in the image, it is also available on Thread Geeks. So here's where I'm at. Lost Soul, 18, it's not on 18 count. Lost Soul's on 25 count. This is my first time stitching on 25 count. This is 1/1 full cross. It is the only full coverage whip I'm working on that is full cross on the 25 count. And I started this in February for my birthday. This was my birthday start. Okay, next up is Storytime from Forbidden Fiber Co. This fabric is, it's from the kit, it's part of the kit, and it's 18 count, and I'm doing this 2/1, and I started it in March. Okay. Next up is another stamped kit. This is Mona Lisa. And here's my progress. Stamped kit is also an 11 count 3/1. So next up is Coffee, which is another stamped kit. I'm not going to pull out the whole thing because all I did is like 97 stitches. And I did that in March. Next up we have Pokemon Type Chart, which is from Tiny Pepperfish on Etsy. And here's where I'm at. This is 18 count. I'm doing this Pokemon Type Chart 18 count 2/1, and I started this in April 2024. Okay, next is Nostalgic Tarot from the Witchy Stitcher. This is massive fabric, but I'm only going to show you the part that I've worked on. That is all. Can you see the pink along the... It's a bunch. I was wanting to get the squares and the border done before I start working on each of the cards. So this is on 18 count, and I started this. Oh, it's an 18 count. It's probably 2 over 2. I mean, sorry, 2 over 1. It's most likely 2 over 1. I don't have that written down for some reason. Let me check the back if I could tell from the back. Yeah, it's 2 over 1. I started this in April. Yes, April. All right. Next up is Treasure by Ines Guerrero and Thread Geeks, or from Thread Geeks. Here is where I'm at. This is 25 count, 2 over 1 tent, and I started this in May. And she's completely filled in. So now the next time I work on this, I just have to expand, pick a side and expand on it. Okay, next up is Video Game Sampler. This is from Screaming Heart Design. I started this for my husband as a surprise. So I am in the process of working on it in sporadic areas so he can't guess the final image. So here's where I'm at. This is 18 count, 2 over 1, and I started this in June. Next up is Melisandre, aka Beginning of Autumn. This is by Maxine Gadd. Okay, so here's where I'm at. Melisandre is my largest whip. Yeah, so Melisandre is my largest whip so far. I do have intentions of starting another whip next year that is much larger than this. So this is on 25 count. This is 2 over 1 tent. And I started this in June of 2024. And I do have a couple of ninja stitches out here. Okay. Next up is my last stamped kit, which is Sailor Moon. And this is all I've done. It's just all solid background. I think when I go to make my plans for 2025, that sorry, I can't think. I'm probably not going to be including any of the stamp kits except for the dragon on any goals. I think I do intend on working on these, but I think I want to work on them casually and not set any goals for them. All right, next up is Princess Belle. This is by Ines Guerrero from Thread Geeks. This is a top start, okay. So here's where I'm at. This is 25 count, 2/1 tent, and I started this one in August. Next is Dark Fairy Tale by Chrisabug from Thread Geeks. Okay, so here's my progress. This is on 25 count, 2/1 tent. And I started this one in August as well. And then I'm going to, if I have time, I'm going to insert a little image of a message I got on Instagram when I started this. Okay. Next up is Golden Eyed Dragonling Mini from HAED by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Here's my progress. It's all 310 again. This is 25 count, 2/1 tent. Started in August. Okay, next is The Witcher by Ina V. It's from Thread Geeks as well. This is a bottom start. I haven't gotten very far. This one I'm not planning on rushing because I've already done a Witcher that I did mostly monogamously, and I was disappointed when I was done. So this one I'm going to drag out and enjoy the process. So 25 count, 2/1 tent, started in August. And next is Alice by Bill Bell from Thread Geeks. Let me show you. This is 25 count, 2/1 tent, started in August. Now the reason why all of these are just black is because I have a lifetime supply of black thread, and I figured it would take me a while to do it, so I could then purchase the colors at a later time. So, and this one, let me show you how big it is. So I think this one has like 23,000 stitches in black. So, yeah, all of these pieces, I could be stitching on them for a while before I need the colors. And then my last whip is so tiny, and I'm not 100% sure which way it goes. So it's Live Laugh Lobotomy, which is a Witchy Stitcher Patreon chart from August or September. And during the summer, I think it was a summer release or summer Patreon chart. So you can't even, if I hold it back, you can't tell that I even stitched on it. So if I zoom in, it's just two colors. It's just two colors that I stitched for like just over 100 stitches, and I started this on Halloween, so October. So that's all my whips as of right now. I know that I ran through them pretty quickly. So if I left out anything that you feel is important or you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!